I never thought choosing a spouse could determine my eternity until the day I died. What was supposed to be a simple sleep turned into my final breath. I opened my eyes in a place I never imagined: flames, screams, darkness. And there, in the midst of unbearable torment, Jesus himself showed me something I had never heard in church. 6 ways people choose their spouses that lead them to regret, destruction, and even hell. What I saw shook me so deeply, I could never be the same. This is not just my story. It may be yours. My name is Emmanuel, a 38-year-old man from Lagos. I was an ordinary man, a banker by profession, a churchgoer by routine. To most people, I was doing well in life. But deep inside, I carried loneliness, fear of rejection, and confusion about marriage. I wanted a godly spouse, but I also wanted the comfort, the beauty, and the admiration of men. I grew up in a Christian home, but like many, I thought Christianity was about going to church on Sunday and praying before meals. My faith wasn't personal. It was cultural. In my search for love, I rushed into relationships, fell into sin, and kept asking God to bless what I had chosen for myself. I didn't realize that my choices were drifting me away from His will. But one night, after a long season of compromises and heartbreaks, my life came to a shocking halt. What was supposed to be a short nap became the journey of my soul. I found myself in a place of eternal consequence, and there I was given a revelation about marriage, about finding a spouse, and about choices that echo beyond this life. Life had become heavy for me. At 38, my family pressured me daily. When will you marry? What are you waiting for? At work, colleagues mocked me for being single, hinting I was too picky. Even in church, whispers circulated. Why is Brother Emmanuel still unmarried? Maybe something is wrong with him. I felt humiliated. To prove myself, I rushed into dating. First, it was with a lady from work. She was beautiful, outgoing, and everyone admired her. But soon we fell into sexual sin. Each time I prayed, guilt weighed on me like a heavy chain. I tried to justify it. At least I will marry her. God will understand. But she left me for another man. My second attempt was with a lady from church, a choir member, spiritual on the outside, but her obsession with money shocked me. She wanted a husband with wealth and status. When I couldn't provide enough, she mocked me. The relationship ended in bitterness. My heart broke, but I pressed on. I joined dating groups online, prayed less, compromised more. I thought I was searching for love, but I was drifting far from God. One evening, after a long day at work, I collapsed at home. Chest pain, short breath. The room spun. I tried to call for help, but my phone slipped from my hand. Darkness swallowed me. I thought I was dreaming, until I felt my body lying still on the floor, and my spirit rising out of it. I could see paramedics rushing in, people shouting, but their voices grew distant. Suddenly, a thick darkness engulfed me, pulling me downward into a pit that burned with fire. Screams, groans, flames licking everywhere, the stench of decay. My skin felt as if it was melting, yet I could not die. I had entered a place of no return, hell, and in that torment I heard a voice, not the screams, but a commanding, piercing voice that silenced everything. Emmanuel. It was Jesus. The fire did not consume me, but it revealed every hidden thing in my heart. I saw memories of my life replay before me. The lustful thoughts, the selfish choices, the lies I told to keep relationships, the times I ignored the Holy Spirit's warnings. Jesus stood before me, His face shining with unbearable light, yet His eyes were filled with sorrow. He did not accuse me. My own life condemned me. Then He spoke, "You wanted a spouse, but you never wanted my will. You searched for love, but not through me. Let me show you 6 ways people choose their spouses that lead them to destruction." Suddenly, the flames opened like a screen, and I saw countless souls tormented in different chambers of hell. Each one represented a way people chose wrongly. 1. By lust. Men and women who married only for beauty or physical attraction. Now they screamed, tormented by the same lust that consumed them on earth. 2. By pressure. Souls who gave in to family, society, or age, marrying outside God's timing. Their regrets echoed like thunder. 3. By wealth. Those who chose spouses for money and comfort. In hell, the riches they worshiped turned into chains of fire. 4. By rebellion. Those who ignored godly counsel, rejecting warnings from parents, pastors, and friends. Their pride became their downfall. 5. By desperation. People who rushed into marriage out of fear of loneliness. Now their cries were endless, chained to regret. 6. By deception. Those who married pretenders, wolves in sheep's clothing, because they lacked discernment. The masks of those partners were torn off, revealing demons laughing at their folly. Each scene pierced my heart. I could feel their pain, their endless regret. I wept, but tears could not quench the fire. Jesus looked at me and said, "Marriage is not man's idea, it is mine. Whoever rejects my guidance in this choice opens the door to destruction." Emmanuel, go back and warn them, tell them, do not choose without me. I am the way. The flames dimmed, and I found myself standing at a crossroads. On one side was hell's eternal torment, on the other a narrow, shining path. Jesus spoke again. "Emmanuel, you are not here because I hate you, but because I love you. I allowed you to see what many ignore. People think marriage is just romance, but it is destiny. The wrong choice can pull a soul away from me forever. Tell them the truth." He lifted his hand and suddenly 6 keys appeared, glowing like fire. Each key represented a divine way to find a spouse according to his will. 1. Prayer and fasting. Seeking him earnestly, not rushing, not assuming. 2. Purpose alignment. A spouse who walks with you in God's calling. 3. Peace of the Spirit. The inner witness of the Holy Spirit, not confusion. 4. Patience in God's timing, refusing to bow to pressure. 5. Purity of heart, rejecting lust and choosing godliness. 6. Confirmation by godly counsel, listening to voices of wisdom that agree with his word. As he handed me these keys, I felt fire burn into my chest. Not the tormenting fire of hell, but a refining fire. It was as though his word branded itself onto my soul. Then he said, "Emmanuel, go back. This testimony is not for you alone. Many are perishing because of wrong choices in marriage. Warn them. Time is short." The next moment I gasped, opening my eyes in a hospital bed. Nurses were shouting, "He's back. He's breathing." Since that encounter, my life has never been the same. I no longer see marriage as a personal project, but as a divine covenant. I surrendered completely to Jesus, repented of my sins, and now I walk in purity, waiting on him for his perfect will. I share this testimony not for fame, but because Jesus commanded me to. He gave me the 6 keys of divine direction, and I know they will save many from eternal regret. If you are searching for a spouse, I beg you, do not choose by lust, pressure, wealth, rebellion, desperation, or deception. Choose only through Christ. Mitel is real. Marriage is serious. Eternity is forever. Jesus asked me to warn you, marriage is not just about love, it is about destiny. The wrong choice can drag you into regret beyond this life. So I leave you with this question: when the time comes, will you choose by the world's ways or by God's will? The decision is yours, but eternity will prove the weight of that choice.